on the Bannockburn Oval, waiting for the final quarter to start. Three-quarter time scores. Bannockburn 6 goals, 6, 42 points trail. A very determined and pacey Corio, 12 goals, 7, 79 points. It's a 27-point margin in favour of Corio. In fact, a 37-point margin, beg your pardon. It looks to be enough to me, Kevin Higgins, even though the Breeze is favouring the right of screen. There's Philip Boyle on screen at a good third quarter. Looks to be enough.
Yeah, Cookie. I mean, if I had a lot of money, I'd certainly want to be on Corio at this stage. As I say, Bannockburn have kicked 6 goals for the game. They need to kick more than that in this quarter, and I think that'd be a miracle, considering the fact also that Corio have actually taken control of the game.
Well, I like the bit if I had enough money. Wait till Ronnie Brain pays you. You'll be able to go out and buy a dim sim or something. It's a sensational money, this, isn't it?
Yes, I think, yeah, a couple of $1,000 for doing this for a day is not bad.
Sean Cannon's laughing his head off on the camera. He's been paid for 3 years, Sean. Bounce down. Matty Pilgrim's a chance. Taken away by Marsh. Gives it across cleverly to his teammate there in Davey, who streams out of at the centre of the ground. Up to Cousins on one leg. Almost took the mark in front. Play on. Goes to Bingham. Can he kick it off the ground? Bannockburn defender should get a free kick. It might be Gary Tillman, certainly in the back there. Wait till he gets up. No, it's not Tillman at all. It is, in fact, Clinton Shaw, who gets the hand pass across to his teammate in Travers. Out goes Travers towards half-back flank. No marks taken out there. Swampy Marsh at the base of the package, but a very good player. Gets it back to Morrow. Morrow goes to Keating. By hands goes Keating across. Wentworth intercepts, Klein in the tackle, it's held to him. They scream for ball in front of us to the Corio boys at the umpire having none of that. And don't forget, Corio, of course, got 2 players on the bench in Greg Cockrell, Mark Brown, who can't come back on the ground. Johnny Cousins on one leg. It's a pretty good performance, Kev.
Yeah, it is a remarkable effort. And Cousins actually has indicated that he's got quite a lot of quality as a full forward. They might have found themselves a hidden full forward.
Okay, here's Collinger putting Bannockburn in on attack. They need some goals early. Andrews gets the hand pass. He was paid the free kick. Johnny Tillman still won't kick a goal. Hand pass over the top. Oh, player kicked the goal and was flattened there. Goff after he kicked. It wasn't flattened, but certainly run into by Darren McNamara. And I just wonder there, Johnny Tillman could have run in and kicked it. He didn't want to, and I think he put it over the top. And well done in the finish, because on his own in the goal square there, Andrew Goff kicks his second goal, and Bannockburn have got the one that they wanted so desperately within the first 2 minutes of this final quarter.
Absolutely good unselfish play there, and I think that that's exactly, as you say, what they wanted. They need to really pump it on for quite some time, though. The ball's going back into the centre now. The tackle there before, there was a call for ball. In fact, the Corio player who had done the tackling was holding the ball onto the other player. So if there was a holding the ball free kick, it would have been against the Corio player, not the Bannockburn one.
Okay. Apco Easy Shops bringing us the final quarter. In and around Geelong as the ball's kicked out towards half forward for Corio. Running onto the footy and running hard at it. Timmy Ellis had a pretty quiet third quarter there, but Timmy's back on the action now. He's found the safety of the boundary line. And if our director Noel Fanning's listening, your cameraman can't hear. Boundary umpire about to put the ball back into play. Good goal, that the Bannockburn. They needed one quickly. They got it. Oh, there's a free kick in the back. That is stupid play. And I can hear you, Noel, so don't swear for God's sake. As Ray Robertson takes this free kick. Well, he's just the attacking side of centre wing, midway between centre wing and half forward flank. Robertson unloads with a kick high in the air, getting back. Good mark taken down there. That is Gary Tillman, and takes a beauty. A one grabber in defence. Now Tillman.
He needs to bring the ball out this side of the ground. That's a good ball use there for the start. If they can set it up with a short kick and then take a long kick, that would be ideal.
Well, the short one was to Ronnie Pilgrim. He chips it to Matt, and Matt takes the mark in the centre of the ground. That is very good use of the ball. Out wide they go. They take the chance and switch the play. The mark taken there out wide by Timmy Ellis. Got the hand pass across to coming down the ground, Clinton Shaw. He goes towards half forward. John Tillman is the target. It is slapped away from him by Cal Keating, and the boundary umpire will throw it in right in front of the commentary position at Coeasy Shops, bringing you the final quarter. Bannockburn kicking the first goal. They need to kick 3 or 4 more in a hurry. Cal Keating down in front of us, calling for Ray Robertson to thump it back towards the fence. He does not. He hooks it back into play. Goes towards Collinger. The bounce is fickle for Collinger. Knocked away by Bath. Goes to Matt Pilgrim. Here goes Matty Pilgrim with pace. Bannockburn not to be denied. Out wide he goes looking for Butch Shaw. Tried to take one over the back. Hand pass is on. No, it's not. The little short pass is though. Oh, out comes strong play there from Vlado Semjanin. Knocked the ball away from his opponent. Well played, big Vlado. It's built free. Goes up now towards Mick O'Toole there. That was from the new player for Corio, Shane Davey. back to Mick O'Toole. They scream for ball, and it's been paid that way. Kevin, quick comment.
Yeah, it was a fantastic tackle. He actually got hold of the guy's jumper, and it seemed to be across the neck a little bit, but that was the jumper more than the hand, so an effective tackle.
Okay, the kick comes into the forward zone. A chance here for Johnny Tillman. Runs on, beats 3 or 4 opponents. Hand pass, almost got over the top, it didn't make it. Well played, Troy Morrow, who runs on it, gathers the footy and tumbles the punt out towards the defensive side of the ground. Good play by that player, Morrow, and he's been pretty handy across that half-back line.
Yes, and Corio have the advantage of just being able to put the ball into the defensive positions, and if they're wise, they'll certainly do that for 10 minutes or so until Bannockburn see that they can't get a result here, and then Corio might be able to have more chance to score against this breeze.
79 plays 41, plays 49, yes, 30 points the difference on the APCO Easy Shop scoreboard. Knocked back into play, hand pass comes across from Paul Bath, looking there for Matty Pilgrim, who's hotly pressed by Darren McNamara. With him there is Ron Pilgrim. Boundary umpire looms up and says, my ball, boys. I'll throw this back into play. It's only a kick away from goal. Into the breeze, it will be into the teeth. Although kicking with the breeze, that they'll have to kick a back into the breeze to kick a goal, if you can believe that. That's pretty hard to say, and pretty hard to believe too, as Ray Robertson grabs the footy, tumbles it out of half-back, looks for Baker. It's knocked away from Baker there by Murray Travers, and out of bounds it goes. Oh, well, we'll call this midway between centre wing and half-back flank. Still slightly in the attacking zone of Bannockburn.
Take a breath, Cookie. Untangle that tongue, son.
Well, he had to kick it back into the teeth of the breeze, even though they'll kick him with it. Up goes Big Ray Robertson, knocks it to Ettridge. Ettridge hand passed over the top's a clever one to Baker. Went without it, did Paul Baker. First mistake he's made all day. Comes to ground, picked up here by Timmy Ellis. Kicks the ball with the right foot. Tumbles it actually towards half forward. Here's Shelley. Heads for the defensive side of the ground. Well played, Darren Shelley. Took no chances there. Just slapped it straight over the fence. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, Shelley hasn't made a mistake in this half. Really been a very resolute defender for Corio.
48 plays 79. A pretty handy leader, Corio, on the well, it's the APCO Easy Shop. I nearly said guest video, but of course it's Ronnie Brain's APCO Easy Shop sponsoring the last quarter. As the knockdown is a beauty from Robertson. Look at Baker. Here he goes. Has a bounce. The Baker boy goes on the right foot in towards Mickey Howard, who takes the mark. He takes the mark wide of centre half forward. Chips it across the ground. It's an up and under kick. It's a hospital pass. And that player showed plenty of strength to go back and try and take the mark, because College had come over the top, and that was his opponent there in Davey, who's had a pretty good game here for Corio.
Absolutely, and he showed a fair bit of courage there. There's one thing I'd be certain of: if I were playing full forward in front of Mickey Howard, I wouldn't be leading for any of his passes. But he certainly
there he is, he's doing, he heard you,
yes.
He's taken the mark.
He's a fantastic mark, there's no doubt about that, but some of his kicking skills leave a little bit to be desired. I think I think he should be in a situation where he has the option to hand it to someone else and kick it for him. But he certainly is a fantastic mark.
He's a great bloke too, Mick Howard. Is he as good a kick as Barry Round? Here he comes.
Well, he's a good kick there because
he's got the goal. He's told you, Kevin Higgins. I didn't play league footy, but I can kick a goal when I have to. And the big fella's put one through. That's his second for the day. Good on you, Mick. And Corio go further ahead. And that one really answers the goal. Bannockburn kicked early stages to give him a bit of a sniff.
Yes,
but
and Mick, I don't want to be derogatory to him totally. I think that he's certainly taken some absolutely sensational marks up in that forward line and has been the focal point for them, and that's what a team needs to create a dominant lead like this. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, he's wearing the old number, of course, of Rod Boothroyd, who's crossed to Geelong this year, to North Geelong, I beg your pardon. Leagues on the edge of playing league footy there, and he's been pretty good for them too this year. Bannockburn get the ball to the centre, quick kick goes towards half forward. Matty Pilgrim first to the footy, just fumbled at the crucial stage. If he could have picked it up, he was on. But the ball spills out wide. Colliger runs onto it, goes with right foot, likes to kick left foot, I think, Wayne Colliger. That one right footy punt kicks long. It's offline, it's 1 point only. Shelley has hurt himself a little as he tumbled, and just looks back to the Bannockburn crowd and says, have a look at the scoreboard if you don't mind. And they give him the raspberry in the true sense of country footy.
Yes, he was indulging in a little bit of repartee with the Bannockburn crowd, but I think he's got the score on the board. That's the main thing.
Yeah, Ricky Neville's kick's a good one too, because Adam Kent's drifted in and taken a little nice grab there at centre half back. He chips it out wide, and he'll get a game next week. He kicked it straight to the coach, Darren McNamara. He chips it in short. 4 possessions. They're still inside the defensive 50, but Ricky Bingham has taken the mark. Now it's time for the long one, and Bingham doesn't let me down. He punt kicks it long up towards, well, centre wing position. A chance here for Bannockburn whether they can control it through the agency of Tillman. He can't do so. Roweth dives in on top of his opponent Ettridge, and they tumble, and they don't like one another too much at the present time. And a little bit of a push me round, whilst Mickey Howard in there throwing a bit of weight around, but nothing much in it. Wait on the umpire's decision. I think he's going to bounce this one. Far side of the ground. He does like to do that, in fact. But Shaw knocks the ball to the ground. Mark Ettridge does the sharky, gets it across to Adam Kent, who brilliantly eludes a tackle. And Superman goes on the right foot, but it's not a super kick, I think you'll find. Superman's let me down. Pretty ordinary kick, that one.
Yeah, and even though we have said the breeze dropped a little, I think from that kick you can see it was going backwards in the end, that there is quite a substantial breeze.
Okay, Ellis gave it across to Wentworth. He's given it to Travers. Down the ground they come. Down the right, down to centre half forward. Clears the pack. Free kick paid here to Bannockburn.
It's Gary Tillman, and hopefully he'll... John Tillman, I mean.
Yeah, Johnny.
I think it might be out of his distance, even though he does have the breeze. He's going to be needing to kick this ball 55 metres on the carry, and so far there's not any evidence that he can achieve that. But hopefully for Bannockburn's sake, he can carry through his mark or free kick there and get the major result.
Good play. Shelley's dropped into the corridor there, waiting for the lead to try and chop it off. And Tillman now kicks from 55 metres. He's unloaded a spiral. It's a long kick. Wait on this. Johnny Tillman, what a goal! Absolutely sensational. He hasn't kicked it over a jam tin all day, and he spiralled that from 55 metres and cleared the umpire and his hat and the Mowers Galore side by 5 metres. Sensational kick, Johnny Tillman. That breathes life back into Bannockburn.
And these footballers are always letting you down. As soon as you give them some sort of a rap, they let you down. And I've been talking about his short kicking. He's just kicked that one 60, 65 metres, and that certainly has brought Bannockburn back with some sort of a semblance of a chance.
What a kick, Johnny Tillman.
I'm glad Kevin Higgins said that about himself, because I was going to make a deal of him.
Oh, I wouldn't have backed him with counterfeit money. You wouldn't believe that. Out of the centre it comes. Mick O'Toole runs onto it. Good kick. Mick O left foot round the body's good. Mickey Howard has taken a screamer up in front. Let's see if Mickey can repeat the days of Johnny Tillman and kick a nice goal out of the breeze.
I predict here that Mickey will kick this 75 metres straight through the middle. Let's see what the result is. I'm sure that means it'll spiral out of bounds on the fall.
Okay. Here's Mick lining up. We've got a perfect shot of this one. Boundary umpire right on the ball there, standing right on the point post as he should. Good boundary umpire in that. Mickey Howard comes in, left foot kick. Wait on this. I don't think he spiraled at 75 metres, but he got the full punch on the board, Kevin Higgins, and that's the answer to Johnny Tillman's goal, and we've both got egg on our faces.
Absolutely, and that boy certainly has controlled the forward line, and it's a credit to him the way he's playing the game with good spirit as well. He's kicked 3 goals, and I think only a couple of behinds, so I guess the behinds that have been kicked have been ours, Cookie.
Yeah, I think you're right. We've got a foot from Johnny Tillman, and now we've got one there from the big fella Mickey Howard. Good blokes, one and all. Good on you, boys. Keep kicking a few more. 7.5 minutes gone on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. The scoreboard coming up here. 8-7-55 to Bannockburn. They can't get the score up very quick. We'll have to go with the play. Baker gets the hand pass out of the middle. Here come the eggshell. Here it come. Right foot kick. Long towards half forward. Up high. No mark taken. It's up to wait. 91. There it is. 91 plays 55 on the board as it comes back here to Philip Boyle of Corio. He punt kicks the ball towards centre half forward, racing back onto the footy and gathering it well as Carl Dew steadies now. Left foot kick around the boundary line on defensive side of ground. Out he goes. Baker does the spoilie. Baker goes back and gets it. Beats Timmy Ellis pointless on that occasion. Paul Baker straightens up. Paul Baker goes bang. Baker boy is better bread. Oh, nice kick, but he's offline, I think.
It's a behind.
Just going to make a hero out of you, Paul Baker. Learn to kick, son. 1 point only. Off the boot of Paul Baker. 1 goal, 3 his personal tally. Not too many mistakes, mate. The kick in is relayed down towards centre wing. A chance here for Bath to run onto the football there. That's Paul Bath. He can't handle it. He's got support though. That looks like getting the ball. But mark taken here by Vlado Semjaniv anyway. A very good strong mark by Big Vlado. He steadies now, does the big fella. Punt kicks the ball up towards, that was Carl Dew. It was that kicked the ball down. It was towards Dew. Taken away from him at the ground level. Chance here. Tillman. Right foot kick. Gary Tillman punt kicks. Out comes Shelley playing in front. Accepts the mark and quickly spears the pass across the ground. Gives it to Boyle. Boyle goes out wide. He's got a teammate running free. It's Mark Ettridge. He always seems to be running free. Over the top goes Ettridge. Needs a bit of help from down there. He's got some too. Straighten up. Having a shot at the goal. Kicked it. Can you pick the player up?
No, I can't from this side. It's
We'll
fairly
get him in a
dark
minute.
now. It's become very
It's
dark
very
all
dark.
of a sudden.
We're almost calling this off the screen.
Okay, but it certainly was the most effective goal. Initiated again from Shelley across the half-back line. He's playing with a lot of confidence. Dished the ball over to Ettridge, who in this second half, those two players have certainly been dominant. I'm not sure that it was Cousins, but it was certainly one of the smaller players across on that far flank. Okay, we're back in the centre, and it seems to me now that could be the end of the penny section, really, for Bannockburn. Corio pushing on very strongly now. And,
Troy Morrow it was. We've got that official there from the president of the Corio Sporting Club in Smithy. Thanks very much. It's 8.5 minutes gone of this quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. 98 plays 55 on the APCO Easy Shops in and around Geelong scoreboard as Mick O'Toole grabs it out of the middle, goes towards half forward. Baker gathers the ball well, got the hand pass away, taken there by Adam Kent, and Superman puts the super boot into it. Out wide he goes. Boyle marks. Boyle plays on, goes for goal, but he's offline for the Boyle. 1 point only on the board. He's got 2 goals, 3. A little bit off target today, Boyley, and 1 point only goes on the board there to the Corio Sporting Club.
Well, I guess you could say that Baker has really put the icing on the cake here today. In this quarter, he's topped off his game by getting several possessions, and in my view, would be very close to the best player on the ground.
Yeah, and Troy Morrow with that goal that he kicked there has kicked his 3rd, so he's had a pretty good day also. Long kicking in, out over half-back. Shelley's up, can't mark. The back of the pack is Mickey Mostert. Grabs it well, does the Mozzie. Actually a giraffe spiral punt, if you don't mind. Straight up in the air. It goes. It charts for Bannockburn. The hand pass back towards Carl Dew. Came from Toolman. He got it across quickly, and Bannockburn run the ball quickly to half forward. It's cleared all players. Who wants the footy? At the back of the pack, here comes McNamara, the leader of the band. He chips the ball out wide. Gives it nicely off the Mostert. Mostert now steadies. Goes around the boundary line. The kick heading there for his teammate who's going to get a free kick. I think you'll find that might be Adam Kent. We'll wait till he gets up. A Philip Boyle is. I'm looking at him upside down. One's number 6 and one's number 9. How'd they be in a bed together? Be pretty interesting.
I think he got a good rip in the midsection there from the player. I think you could call that quite an aggressive tackle.
Okay, this is Mark Ettridge is going to take the kick instead of the injured Philip Boyle. As we see the butter come in. Boyle, still on the ground. Hope he's all right. Kick comes in from Boyle into the forward zone. Umpires found a free kick push out there, and the free kick going there to Toolman, and Gary Toolman now. Punt kicks the ball towards the centre of the ground. Up goes Bingham for Corio. He can't mark on this occasion. Back in he goes, does Ricky Bingham. Well done, but the kick not particularly effective. Chips it back, and coming out taking the mark is Jake Hewitt, who, well, a pretty good game for him for a player who wasn't going to be playing until there was a late withdrawal. Hewitt now down towards half forward. Johnny Tillman gathers it. Hand pass over the top. He was tackled after he hand passed for mine, and the umpire right on the scene there, and that's good umpiring there from Graham Richards, because there was no doubt about that in my mind.
Yeah, that was a head-high tackle and really unnecessary in that instance. I think an example there from the coach would have been better to lay a tackle on the body.
What price the spiral? 75 metres. He's gone for it again, but he's wobbled and dropped short. Up they go and over the back of the pack. Big Ray Robertson puts the fist into it, concedes the behind, not letting his opponent take the mark down there. Well played, the big fella. 1 point only to Bannockburn.
That was quite a good kick, and I think at least by going for the spiral punts, he's threatening the goals, and that's what Bannockburn need to be doing. Okay,
Neville's kick in at the woods, half-back. Lovely kick from Ricky Neville. Mark taken out there for Corio by Darren McNamara. Mark's, well, he's still inside the 50-metre zone. Steadies now does McNamara. Heads for the far side of the ground. Oh, up high, Robertson can't mark. Slapped out wide. It comes back here to Bath. Bath gets the hand pass across. They're running in circles here at Bannockburn. Comes back again. Play up with football there, Corey Flanagan. Kicks it inside the 50-metre zone. Almost a free kick or a mark to Davey. I think you'll get the free kick. He's playing in front and earned that one, and well played, Shane Davey, as he now steadies. Chips it in short. No advantage going there, but he got it towards Bingham, who fumbled once, twice. Don't fumble 3 times, you'll be gone. Rowett will run you down, and Rowett knocked him down too, but he's good enough to get the kick, Ricky Bingham. Up towards centre wing. Mickey Mostert battling on the ground level there. Picked up by Ellis. Ellis's hand pass comes back here. Over the top goes Bath. It's all players just competing for the ball. That's gone off the boot, I reckon, there of Darren Rowett, but the boundary umpire, who was right on the job, said over the line first before he put the foot into it.
A bit of a problem over there for Ray Robertson, the ruckman, an assistant coach from the Devils. He's over on the far flank with what looks like an ankle or a knee injury, and hopefully that's not significant. It also adds to their current problem in the fact that they already have an injured player and 2 players on the bench that they can't use. So Corio effectively playing at the moment with 16 players.
Okay, you would think they'd have a big enough lead anyway. Here's Corey Flanagan receiving the free kick, chips it in towards centre half forward. Back goes Philip Boyle, who's worked hard in this quarter. Takes the mark, running with the flight of the footy. Over the top towards Morrow. Troy Morrow can't handle the footy. Knocked away on this occasion. Here they come. Bannockburn through the agency of Clinton Shaw. Gives it back here to Colliger. Colliger's hand pass. Not particularly effective. In goes Wentworth, who has had a dirty day. Got the hand pass away, though, did Wentworth. Hand pass comes back. They're still trying Bannockburn. They've given up nothing yet. In it goes. Roweth can't mark. Taps it over the top. At the back of the pack, Cal Keating takes the footy. Kicks it back towards centre wing. It bounces. It eludes 4 players. But eventually it found one of them. The hand pass is bad. Mick O'Toole grabs it. Out he goes to Baker. He won't fumble. I didn't think he would. Gathers it. Shrugs up the tackle. Is tripped for mine. And Paul Baker takes the free kick on centre wing position. Grandstand side of the ground. Baker. Short kick. Well, should have been short. It was too much carry on the footy for Ricky Bingham. He couldn't handle it on that occasion. Here come Bannockburn through Paul Bath. Hand pass, out it goes, knocked away from Baker. Comes down to Butchshaw, ran hard at the footy. Well played, Butchshaw. Lovely long kick, Butchshaw. Nobody home, nobody home. No light is on. Ricky Neville's back there, takes the mark, chips it out wide, and he finds the big fella in the Ray Robertson, who's up from that injury. Good to see that. He goes on with the ball, goes out towards Morrow in front of the King Broccoli sign is Morrow. Chips it into half forward, and Mick Howard comes out and takes another one. Goes on the left foot. Better looking kick, chips it in short. Over the head of his teammate there. Chance for Carl Dew. Hand pass. Comes out. Gives it across to Hewitt. Hewitt goes long now with right foot. Down towards centre wing. Not a particularly good kick. Semjani for chance. Knocked away from him. Tillman runs on it. And Tillman now gives away the free kick for mine. And Troy Morrow will take it. Hell without the footy.
Yes, and it's all over by the shouting here. I think we're talking about a 7-goal difference. And really, Bannockburn are not making any inroads at all. I'd suspect that the breeze is still as strong as it was early, but Corio are actually dominating the play now.
Yeah, kick up towards, half forward. Up goes Howard. He can't take the mark. Went back in and got it. Did Big Mick. Got the hand pass out. But it comes back towards Shaw. Left foot kick around the body. Tillman takes a good mark running with the flight of the ball. Plays on immediately as they have to. Gets it across to Hewitt. Hewitt runs through the centre and kicks to centre half forward. They need a mark down here. Neville uses the fist to great effect. Here's Roweth using brilliant pace. A long hand pass from Roweth. Looking for Johnny Tillman. Too much carry on it. Good play, Roweth, and Mostert is putting down after he got rid of it, and might be on here because the big fella Horniblow didn't like that. No free kick, I don't think, from the umpires, and this could be a nasty incident here. Hope that boy's all right. And I hope it doesn't continue on with a bit of shenanigans. Boundary umpire's been told to throw the ball in. Let's stick with the play, cameraman. As the boundary umpire throws it back into play, Robertson goes up, knocks it back towards the boundary umpire. Slapped away over the boundary line again. And that player still on the ground there, Darren Roweth. Very slow to get to his feet, Kevin.
Yes, I think I don't think it'll be fair for us to assume that he was mishandled too badly. I'm not sure. After the ball was gone, I followed the play. He fell to the ground, but I
tell you what, it did get sunstroke. It's not that hot here.
No, I think that he certainly was impacted in some way there. But we'll give the Corio person there the benefit of the doubt, I think.
Okay, a free kick being plucked out of this one. It might well be Bath, I think. We'll wait on this. He comes in and fires at the goal. It's a magnificent right foot kick. It's a goal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Paul Bath who's kicked that one. The number 57 Guernsey running back to the middle. There's the goal umpire signifying that we've got this one right. It's a goal, goes on the board to Bannockburn. A case of a little too late, I think you'll find, Kevin Higgins.
Yes, I think that was, it wasn't a highly inspirational goal in any way. It was, I think, more the umpire clearing that difficult area of play at that particular time, so I wouldn't get too excited about that. As well as that the rain is starting to fall here at Victoria Park, and I'm sure that would put the final damper on the efforts of Bannockburn.
Yeah. Well, I think you might be right. I think it was over before then. That gives them a little bit of hope, I'd suggest. We get the time clock up in a minute. The scoreboard shows 62 plays 90, is it? It's a long way away from me. Rocky's time clock shows us we played 8.5 minutes.
62 to 98 is the scores.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Your eyesight better than mine. It goes back to Edridge. He runs to 50 metres, does the butter, chips the ball around the corner. He's looking down there for Johnny Cousins on one leg. He hobbles towards the footy, heads for the boundary line. Been a pretty good player to attack Johnny Cousins. Just lurking around that forward pocket, the knee bandage on the right knee. I haven't seen that before in him. He must have a crookie, and it's out of bounds.
I was talking to Fano at half time, and I suggested to him that if there's an optician's award for one of the best players, that we might give that to you, Cookie, so that you can organise yourself some spectacles.
Yes, visibility's a bit of a problem. It's pretty dark here. Doesn't look that way on the screen, but it's very, very dark. The far side of the ground, the scoreboard, I cannot see. The players I'll pick up for you, but the scoreboard's a bit of a worry. Boundary umpire throwing the ball back into play. Horny Blow versus Tyxley. Tillman come over the top, get it down there to Clinton Shaw. Bannockburn again go forward, but only as far as Darren Shelley, who's been impassable in the second half at centre half back. The eggshell now chips it out wide. The kick is quite good. There's the scoreboard. I can read that one. 99. Why the small 9 and the big 9? I don't know. 99 plays 62. Apco Easy Shops in and around Geelong, bringing us the final quarter. Here it comes. Chance here for Corio. Little kick across the goal. By golly, it's dark. When I look up the screen, I can see that Butch Shaw, though, has taken this mark in front there of Shane Davey. And Butch Shaw has used the left foot to great effect once again. He has a very long kick. Johnny Tillman marks. Wanted to go on with it. Now he does. The pass is on. The mark is taken. The player is put down, but nothing in that, I don't think. I think the other player, Ricky Neville, was in the air at the time. And the free kick, beg your pardon, and the mark is paid to Shane Andrews, who looked like being a world beater at one stage during this game, but has certainly, let's say, I don't say he's gone missing, but he hasn't done enough.
No, he's dropped out a bit, but that was a most courageous mark. Two young players there. It was an aggressive assault on the ball, both from the defender and the attacker. Magnificent kick there. In that passage of play, two of the younger players from Bannockburn, long sweeping left foot kicks. He's kicked 4 goals now. The other player was Butch Shaw, who's actually played quite a substantial part in this second half.
Yeah, he's played well, but sure, and he's used the ball. He's kicked it 65 metres every time he's got it.
And the impact of those long sweeping kickers is the thing that Bannockburn missed in the first half, and hopefully as the season goes on, those young players can contribute more consistently.
Yeah, had a good day today, Butch Shaw, in my best players for Bannockburn for sure, you might say. And he's set up Shane Andrews for his 4th goal. So, well, you haven't been missing too much at all. If you kick 4 goals, you've done your bit, I suppose. Just when they needed him in that third quarter, he couldn't grab the footy in the forward line. Here they come, Bannockburn. They're not to be denied. Tillman gets it and punt kicks it long to centre half forward. Need a bit of luck here. It bounces past 5 players. Ricky Neville's back onto it. Does well as Rick. Tumbles the punt away from John Tillman. Out wide it goes. Running onto it, Darren Shelley. Using a bit of pace. Does the big fella Shelley. Runs onto the footy well. Kicks the ball around the wing position. That looks like Keating. No, it is not. It's Boyle taking the mark. My golly, it's dark out there now. Looks all right on the screen, I can tell you. As Boyle runs around, has a bounce, and punt kicks up towards the forward zone. And getting back again, Butch Shaw takes the mark. Chips it in towards Gary Tillman in the centre of the ground. Should get the free kick for mine, and will do so in the true centre of the ground position. Time ticking away. Looks beyond Bannockburn, but they certainly haven't given up, Kevin.
No. And by the by, it's good to see Ray Robertson there moving quite freely, and it's good to see how the old warhorses can hold up even though they get a slight injury.
Horny Blow takes the mark, kicks into the goal mouth, and in front of the pack is Darren Rowath, who takes the mark. And I just wonder if he can bob this through, whether there's enough time for Bannockburn to really mount a challenge in the final stages of this Apco Easy Shops last quarter. Scoreboard shows 99 plays 68. This would put them to 74, put them 25 points behind. They'd still have to kick goals in a hurry. And he's kicked it as Darren Rowath after being flattened earlier on. Got up, well played Darren, in front of the pack there from the tumble punt from big Chris Horniblow. And another goal on the board to Bannockburn. 25 points the difference on the Apco Easy Shops scoreboard. Rocky's clock shows us we've gone 22 minutes now of the final quarter. Have they got enough time?
No, I don't think they have, but it's good to see a club that hasn't lost a game so far this year still have the spirit when they're down to fight on, and I'm sure that'll augur well for them in the future. They have obviously final games to come up, and it's good to see that these young players understand that there's more to football than just winning, and that when you are down, if you can persevere, that you will have your good days and you can take advantage of the hard work that you've done.
Well, there's been a couple of scuffles in this last quarter and a bit of retrieving of the footy, so I reckon there might be 8 or 9 minutes to go. Let's see if they can get it out of the centre here, Bannockburn. They kick another goal or two. very quickly.
Absolutely, and we all know that that young players can once they get a sniff of that success, and with the younger players of Bannockburn becoming more prominent, there's certainly a possibility.
Kevin, how glad are you not calling it now? How dark is that?
Well, to me, it's perfectly clear.
Okay, I'm going off the screen. I have to. So the camera boys are doing a great job. Horny blow goes up and slaps it out wide. Goes after it again. Does the big fella. Can't handle it. Taps it back. Goes towards Robertson. Big Ray Robertson. Hand pass over the top to Darren McNamara. He heads for the heating sign out there with a kick off the ground. A mid-air shot. Out of bounds she goes. It's attacking side of the centre wing for Bannockburn. That bit of rain falling again. It might be snow. It's that cold out here. It could be, as the boundary umpire prepares to commence proceedings once again. APCO Easy Shop scoreboard, 25 points in front, Corio. They look like hanging on comfortably, but wait on this, the boundary umpire, the goal the...
It's a free kick to Horny Blow
the
there.
The field umpire got him the third time,
yes.
And Horny Blow's got the free. And, well, he's too far out the score, but he should be able to put this one right into the teeth of goal.
I think he's actually transferred it. I think Gary
Tillman's going to take the kick, yeah.
But
now,
we
Gary,
certainly could do with some heat and light here. There's no doubt about that. But it's very dark and cold.
Either one will be all right. Gary Tillman kicks a beauty. Mark taken there by John Tillman. Plays on immediately. Away he goes. They're moving the ball as quick as they can. They've been told to play on for sure. Hand pass coming out there from Paul Bath. Intercepted by the pacey Mickey Mostert. Out he goes out wide looking for Ettridge. Doing battle out there with Johnny Tillman. Ettridge heads for the safety of the boundary line. A veteran of 200 games with the Corio Sporting Club is Mark Ettridge. We've now gone 24 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock of the final quarter. Time has run out for Bannockburn, but they certainly haven't been disgraced here today. They put in for 4 quarters. Knocked down by Robertson. Goes back towards Ettridge. Might have got one in the back, was playing for it. Play on as the call. In goes Marsh. Gets the hand pass out. The siren's gone. We've only gone 24 minutes, but we can't argue. Perhaps our man downstairs mightn't have tipped the clock at the right time. The siren's gone. 15-9. Got to write these down. 15 goals, 9, 99 points to Corio. Bannockburn, 11 goals, 874. Bannockburn kicked 5 goals to 3 in the final quarter and certainly fought the game right out, Kevin. Pretty entertaining game. Conditions weren't good because of the wind, and certainly not good to call because of the darkness, but because of that wind, especially the first half, wasn't a good game to play in, I wouldn't think, because the ball's swirling around, but I thought both sides stuck at it pretty well.
Oh yes, a good quality game. I think the breeze is the most substantial influencer of on football quality, and I thought the players covered that factor very well. Toss in a little bit of rain here and there, and the uncertainty of a slippery ball, and I'd say given all of those situations, the courage of the players and the commitment to their clubs has been outstanding, and I'm sure that the young players from Bannockburn will have learned something very significant that will stand them in good stead later on in the season.
Thanks, Kevin. If Noel Fanning's listening downstairs, Noel, we're doing the votes very quickly today. The wrap-up's on straight away, so if you can get your votes ready, please. For Bannockburn, the goal kickers, Johnny Tillman kicked 2, Darren Rowath got 1. 1 goal also to Jake Hewitt, who played a pretty good game from coming into the side late. There's the Corio boys on screen. They are happy. They have broken Bannockburn's winning streak of 8. They were 8 wins and no losses at one stage before today, but boys there, Johnny Cousins looked pretty happy. Big Vlado Semjani, he's pretty happy. Mick Howard, the man we said couldn't kick, bobs through 3 goals, I think, and did his bit for his side. And they're pretty happy. Ricky Bingham's throwing the fists around there, and Paul Baker. Yeah, well done, boys. Corio, too good today. Just those goal kickers again for Bannockburn. 1 goal to Darren Rowath and Jake Hewitt and Paul Bath. 2 goals kicked by Andrew Goff. 2 goals to Johnny Tillman. And Shane Andrews kicked 4 goals in the forward zone. Whilst for Corio, single goal kickers were Mark Ettridge, Superman, got 1, Adam Kent. Paul Baker kicked a magnificent goal, the goal that over mine in the first quarter, I think it was. Craig Marsh kicked 1, and Shane Davey in a lively debut for his club here today, got 1 goal. 2 goals to Johnny Cousins, kicked them on 1 leg. Well done, Johnny. Philip Boyle got a couple in that third quarter, and 3 goals to Michael Howard, and 3 goals also to Troy Morrow. So many goal kickers, many options there for Corio. Too good today. And Kevin Higgins, getting ready with your votes.
Yes, did you want me to give the 3, 2 and 1 at this stage?
3, 2 and 1. Thanks, Kevin, on your behalf.
Yeah, on my behalf, I've gone actually for 3 Corio players, which seems a little strange, but I think that Bannockburn had an even team contribution with players playing for half a game at a time, whereas I think there were quite a few of the Corio boys who put in for the whole game. My 3 votes...
Just interrupting there, interesting on screen, Darren McNamara has gone across to the Bannockburn side, shook hands with the big fella there, Carl Fedke, the coach, and he's now just having a talk to the Bannockburn players. I reckon that's tremendous. He's just explained, look, you're probably saying you've lost a game, but you're in second division. He's probably telling you, got no doubt you'll be in first division next year. Stick at it. And I think that's tremendous. You don't see enough of that in country footy, in any footy.
I think that the example in the highest level of football at the moment is that the players are bonding pretty well with each other from different clubs, and they understand the professional contribution. And it's great to see a coach from one team demonstrate that at this particular level. A fantastic example there.
Yeah, full points. Darren McNamara. He's a great guy, and he's just showed that by going over and just having a few words there with the opposition. Just getting back to your votes there quickly from Kevin Higgins.
Yes, well, I'll give them quickly. I'd give one vote to Mark Ettridge. I think playing on the wing essentially and around the centre line, played a very effective game, particularly in the second half, and was one of the ones who made the influence the step away by the Devils. I'll give 2 votes to Mick Howard. Even though I made some comments about his kicking, I think that
He heard you.
Yes, he started to move his head well over the ball, but other than that, he marked very strongly, and that focal point in the forward line is a key. And outstanding player on the day was Paul Baker. Once he moved onto the ball, covered the whole ground, and he was certainly, in my opinion, the outstanding player.
Okay, Fano, are you ready with your votes downstairs?
Mate, I'm not giving any votes today. I'm sick of Hartley Cooper putting it on me every Saturday night, so I'm going to let Hartley give my votes today. Over to you, Hartley.
We've got Hartley Cooper with us. This is a scoop, isn't it?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, well, it was a pretty interesting game. Corio certainly wanted the ball a little bit more than Bannockburn, which was surprising because fierceness has been the Bannockburn trademark all season. But back to the votes, I gave 1 vote to a little guy that came off the interchange bench at about the 10-minute mark of the first quarter and certainly took over the centre. Some of his heavy work in the packs. He's always at the bottom of packs, shoveling the ball out, uses the ball perfectly. I gave 1 vote to centre man Craig Marsh for Corio. 2, I thought the best Bannockburn player by far was Gary Tillman, either on a half-back flank or later at centre half-back. He got my 2 votes, and I thought the best man on the ground by far was big Corio assistant coach Ray Robertson. He certainly controlled the big man department all day, took some telling marks around the ground, dropped back in defence to take marks, handballed cleverly, and did a magnificent big man job. He completely shut out Chris Horniblow, the number 1 ruckman for Bannockburn. So that was the way that I saw it, fellas.
Thanks very much for those votes there from Hartley Cooper. Actually, I was going to take the mickey out of Hartley when he got on the camera there, but obviously his barber already has, so I won't do that to you, Hartley.
And it's good to see we both. It's good to see we agreed there, Hartley, on those 3 players too. Neither of us concurred in any way, so that just shows that people can have a different point of view.
Well, what were Cookie's votes? Is he sort of
just coming in with them now, Hartley. Thanks very much for the opportunity. I gave 1 point to Murray Travers in the back pocket there for Bannockburn. I thought he was very good early when things were tough and kept at it all day. I thought he was nearly their best player. I gave Ray Robertson 2 votes. I thought he was super in the ruck, and he just took Horniblow completely apart. And I thought Paul Baker was the best man on the ground, the number 14 Guernsey for Corio, kicked a magnificent goal and was certainly the key link player in their moves forward, and got down to defence and worked hard as well. So Hartley doesn't agree with that, of course, because he gave Ray Robertson the votes, but nice to have a different point of view, of course, from Kevin Higgins and also Hartley Cooper. It means our best player for the Rockies Shield, which is presented at David and Ruth Dean's Hotel there in Packington Street, the Queen of the West. The best player on the day has gone to Paul Baker, the number 14, the ruck rover for Corio. 2 points has gone to Ray Robertson. The big man, the strong man, done very well all day here today. And the 1 vote, we're just having a bit of a look at this, will go to either Mickey Howard or Gary Tillman. I think we'll give it to Mickey Howard because we will. Kicks 3 goals.
That's excellent reasoning.
Okay, thank you to you downstairs, Noel Fanning, and our cameraman Robbie Watson, and also to Sean Cannon up here, who's kept us giggling most of the afternoon. And a special thank you to Kevin Higgins, sitting in for this first time today. Hope you enjoyed it, Kev.
Yeah, thanks, Cookie. It's been a delight, and I hope to get the opportunity again, and certainly wish both of these clubs all the best in their pursuits for the rest of the year.
Yeah, Bannockburn will be disappointed with the loss. Corio will be overwhelmed with a win. But Bannockburn will live to fight another day. They've beaten almost every Division 1 side now, apart from, of course, Corio. And they played North Geelong yet, but they've been very strong. They'll be back. We'll be back next week with another exciting game for you on Guest Video Productions.